Dr. Ralph Wilson with Web Marketing Today. I'm in Chicago at the Search Engine Strategies Conference and talking with Tim Ash, who's an expert in the area of conversion, landing pages. You wrote the book on landing pages.
I did, yeah.
And we're going to talk about his topic today, which one title anyway is How Graphic Designers Get in the Way of Making Money. And you had an alternate title, which was?
Shoot your graphic designer in the head to improve conversions.
Now that may be a little
hard. Now I have to say that first of all, I'm an artist and a photographer and a creative type myself, so I say this kind of jokingly.
Okay, we can't lose too many graphic artists because of this, and we take no responsibility whatsoever for comments by Tim Ash about shooting. All right, so but how do graphic designers sometimes at least get in the way of landing page success?
Well, to kind of frame the problem more broadly, just about everybody involved in landing page creation and optimization brings their own limited perspective to it. And everybody has their own biases and where they're coming from. The IT guys might design the form, but they're not very user-friendly forms. The copywriters are trying to make headlines that shout and are maybe too obnoxious. And in the same way, graphic designers bring kind of a visual bias to every landing page. And the problem with graphic designers, it's insidious what they do, in the sense of everybody wants a quote-unquote prettier looking page, right? Mm-hmm. We think of that as more professional. We don't want something dull and plain and boring.
And tacky.
Well, tacky, definitely. You don't want tacky. That hopefully goes without saying. Actually, it's interesting you mentioned that. There was a study about 4 years ago out of a Canadian university. It says we form an initial impression of the tackiness of a landing page in 50 milliseconds.
Wow.
1/20th of a second. And that carries over to the whole conversion experience and how likely we are to transact as well. So we don't want tacky, that's for sure. But with graphic designers, the problem is, and again, speaking from experience, I get bored doing the same thing. They don't want to do production work. They don't want to have the same old plain page with the clear call to action button. Yeah, they want to express their creativity, and that's great. But it's, I again, this is joking, but get your nipple pierced or go to a rave or do whatever it is you have to do. But outside of work hours, don't inflict that creativity on the poor landing pages, because their purpose is to serve the visitor and the user. And
sounds like you've had some history here.
No, not with that personally. My nipples are not.
I mean, no, but I mean with graphic designers that have gone overboard.
Yeah, and overboard is just a question of degree. Pretty much all of them go overboard.
Does it hurt to get your nipple pierced?
I wouldn't know.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. So graphic designers.
Well, so it can be as subtle as putting a drop shadow under your button, or as gross as having blinking animations in the background of the page. But there's a whole continuum in between. But the simple question:
do your graphic designers have tattoos?
Well, some of mine do, but again, not any of the. There are no tattoos on my landing pages, and that's really the more important.
So drop shadows under their eyes.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm getting us off subject here.
No, that's fine. I guess the main point is that any visual embellishment of the page, there's a difference between professionalism and tackiness, that continuum, and busyness and clutter. And so anything that doesn't directly contribute to the conversion action should just be resisted. Don't put it on the page. Why have a different color background just to set off this text? Or why use a fancy font or different color fonts in your headline? So any visual embellishment destroys the integrity of the page.
So you're talking about simple
Zen-like stillness out of which kind of the call to action emerges, if you will. Does that make sense?
It sounds almost poetic.
Well, it is, and so there's beautiful freedom to create high quality work, but within very strict confines of what belongs on the landing page. I guess is the best way.
So this is a discipline, not an artistic effort.
Exactly. It's not about being a creative agency and saying, look, we came up with 3 different visual concepts. There's the purple one, the glowing neon one, and the polka dot one, and choose one. See, look how outside the box we're thinking. It's not about that kind of creative. It's about creative that supports usability and conversion and clarity on the landing page.
How would you recommend training a graphic artist that's going to have an assignment, say, to do landing pages?
Well, I think one good way is Ann Holland, who used to run Marketing Sherpa, has a terrific site now called Which Test One. And she just has the results of A/B split tests, and then you have one every day, and you can go there and you can see which one won. And I tell you, 9 times out of 10, it's the simpler, plainer page.
Okay.
So one good way to discipline yourself is to go and see what actually works.
Maybe assign your book.
Reading my book might
Landing
be
page optimization.
Yeah, it's landingpageoptimizationbook.com. I'm actually working on a second edition for Wiley Press as we speak.
Revisions are a lot of work.
They are.
But it keeps you up with the times, so that's good.
Yeah.
Well,
and another important way to do this is there are tools that can help you spot visual problems with the page. We just announced a free beta of our Attention Wizard tool. If you go to attentionwizard.com, we can basically upload an image. It can even be a mock-up or a design of a landing page, and get back a heat map where we're going to predict where people are looking on the page. So if too much visual attention is leaking off to parts of the page that are not related to your call to action, you have some objective evidence for that.
Now, so can you track an eye path with this, or how does it work?
Well, it's eye tracking without the eyes, if you will. So it's not eye tracking or mouse tracking. We're using software algorithms based on what we know about the brain and the visual system to predict where the attention is going to go over the first few seconds on the page.
All right. Well, it sounds fascinating. Thanks for sharing with us. Tell me about your business and what you do.
Well, my company's called Site Tuners, and we're all about improving conversion rates. We do that with consulting and full-service landing page tests as well, and tools like Attention Wizard.
Are you licensed to carry a handgun in case some of these website designers come along and get in your line of fire?
Well, I have a Glock with a high-capacity clip, so I can take out 15 of them.
We're serious about this whole thing. This is Ralph Wilson with Web Marketing Today.